You've been here a while this morning, huh? Got started early?
A little bit, yeah.
What time was it? Was it before?
I think we rolled up at like 6 or 6:30 or something like
Before
that.
sunrise?
Not that early.
All right,
But,
well that's good. You didn't
you
make
know.
these girls get up too early.
Well, they had to get here.
And be
But-
beautiful. Be beautiful before, yeah. Before.
Yes, and get the creative juices flowing. And actually come up with a concept. This is all just kind of off the cuff anyway, so we're kind of pulling it all together. And
That's kind of how you work, I think, right?
Yeah, that's how I work best. Put me in a corner and I'm good.
What are we doing today?
I have no idea.
Awesome.
Like,
this is
I
going
have-
to be so great.
I have kind of a basic concept, and the concept is having one model and just going through the gamut of formats, of mediums, of light, of looks, of attitude, of tiredness, of, we're just gonna just go through it until we just finish. And then we have a new set of models coming in, and we're gonna do one shot with them. And it's a real, honest to goodness paying client that happened to just call yesterday. And I think it's a little surprise for you guys that it's going to be a perfect fit because she was killing me on the phone.
This
and
is
you're
going
gonna
to
love
be
her
good.
story.
This is going to be really
yeah,
good.
it's going to be a crazy day. We'll figure out what we need in the final. I got to get lighting on first. There's lots to do before we get to the little parts here.
So, Virgo, what's the concept for this shoot? This dress was part of a contest?
It was
Is that
part
what
of
I
a
heard?
fashion show that is held here in Asheville. And Danny Chabadi is a designer here in town, and she created this dress. It's all made of paper, and it's been shot several times, and I think it ended up being the winner.
Right. So she just said
So-
that she won the category and the best of show with this
Yeah.
dress. That's fantastic.
And so it's already been shot a lot. I want to do something that hasn't been done. So first step, we're going black and white. Second step, we're going large format. Third step, we're going paper. And fourth step, we're going a little more an image with purpose and meaning versus just her in the dress standing looking at the camera. So I want something, we talked about this before when I saw it. I saw this evil queen. So that was the concept for the hair, the makeup,
Gotcha.
the design, the everything. And that's just kind of what I'm going for here. And so lighting her, it's kind of, even with the makeup, when we were talking about it, I wanted to not lose her face in this because I think it would be really easy with all this going on is to lose the connection of her eyes. So the goal here is to not do that. So with the makeup, we put it a little harder and more direction to the eyes. Depth of field is going to play a huge role in this, that I can kind of select where I want my viewer's eye to go anyway. With the large format, I've only got like, an inch anyway, if that. So I'm using this crazy little thing called a loop to get critical focus because we are almost wide open on this dude. Now, Jessica, we have not worked together before. This camera and I go way back. We're very good friends, so don't insult her by moving, okay? I'm kidding. No, I want you to know that we have about that much of depth of field. Meaning, if you literally go like this, you're out of focus. So once you get your position, you lock into something and you just hold it. So go ahead and pick that spot again. Remember to kind of lean a little forward. And you're just gonna look down, extending your neck. Just pretend your neck, oh yes. Pretend your neck elongated, but now your chin down just a little bit. Face to me, just a little tiny bit. Because what I don't want is her nose protruding off her face. I don't want it to break her cheek line. So I'm trying to keep it right in there. Face back to me, just a little tiny bit. And now eyes to the light. That's what I want right there. Perfect. Here we go. Hold on. and freeze. Hold that right there. So this goes in, shutter gets closed, this comes out. Ready, go, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The
I
frame.
didn't want to stop you there. So what did you put in there?
What did I put in there?
Yeah, what is that?
This is the film. That's the film plate.
And what did you do to it before to prep to put in here?
Well, we were in the dark room. We flashed it, made it a little more excited when it gets around light. So it gives it just a little bit more latitude, a little bit more dynamic range, I should say. And then we loaded it up and we're gonna shoot it, knowing that white side is ready to shoot, dark side is exposed.
Okay.
So these things flip from one side to the other. So every time I know that that's ready to expose, I know that black, it's already been shot.
So you can take 2 shots.
I can take 2 shots on
each
one.
Okay.
And so I stick it in, I close the shutter so no light's getting to it. I pull out the dark slide, and then I have to manually do the shutter. Like old stuff, there's no, so I know I've got 1 second. So the shutter speed is 1 second. But within that 1 second, it'll go click, boom, click. So I'm controlling the light.
Oh, wow,
The 1
okay.
second light, if I just open it up to that, does nothing.
Okay.
Because it's ISO 2, remember?
Right.
So, yeah, well, this is actually ISO 4 today. We boosted it a little bit in the dark room. So we kind of got it up a little bit. I'm
By
actually at
flashing the
about
paper.
6 today.
Tell me about this camera you're using. It's a little smaller than the last one.
It's a little smaller. Yeah, I go in great contrast. This is a Fuji X-T1. I've been with the Fuji line since the Fuji line came out with digital cameras, and I've been very pleased. I strayed for 1 short month, and I'm back to Fuji. This is the Fuji. This is a Nikkor 55 1.2, like 1950s lens that in between it, this is an APS-C camera, which means it's the smaller sensor. It's not full frame.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 step down.
Okay.
But with this little thing in the middle, it's magic. It's called a Metabones Ultra Speed Booster. So not only does it give me more than 1.2, it opens up 1 stop. It also gives me the full field of view of 55 instead of crop.
Okay.
So it amplifies it to looking full frame on an APS-C chip, which is unbelievable, unreal. So it's something that is very fun and unusual. And I can have my 55-1.2, which is kind of notorious at 1.2 to be hard to focus on an SLR.
Right.
With the viewfinder in here, you're seeing real time, you're seeing, like with a push of the button, you're zooming in at 100% pixels, so you can critical focus with this. Can't do that with anything else. That's why the mirrorless has been just so huge for me. This, the Nikon, those are my 2 main things. Well, she's my one.
She's
true
your main
love.
thing.
She's my main squeeze, even though she's hard and prickly. So the other thing about this is you see exactly what you get. I'm gonna bring this in even tighter, a little more dynamic. More often than not, I'll have her turn her nose directly to the light. Atta girl. And looking up to the light, not at me anymore. Perfect. Gorgeous. I
And what's your
that
camera
look.
set at now?
So what I'm gonna set the white balance to more Kelvin so I can boost it up a little bit and make it very cold. So bringing that down to maybe like 2700 looks really great. Beautiful right there. So I'm set at like 2/50th of a second, ISO 800 f2 or f1.2 on this lens.